Welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I am the host, and they call me the Honey Badger because I give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, amongst other things as well. This is probably the most important episode I have done to date. The information that I'm about to share with you is crucial and critical, not only to things I've said in the past, but things I'll also say in the future, and it affects your buying and selling ability in the RV world, along with boats and cars as well. So I'm going to be very transparent and punch you in the gut with the fact that I told you so. Most people don't realize that the interest rate decreases that were supposedly promised by the Fed, which they never were, isn't going to happen anytime soon because, like I said before the consumer price index thing came out, I plainly said to the world, and you can check all my previous episodes, you could check my channel, my main channel, you could check the podcast. I kept saying inflation went up in December. And I was told by a lot of people, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're a fool. You're an idiot. And what happened December 11th? Inflation went up. Now, the good news is it didn't go up dramatically. It went down in some sectors. Like, for example, one of the best things that happened was grocery prices are starting to come down. Now, I know not everyone feels it, so you can tell me in the comments section on YouTube, or you can write me on from my email if you'd like to share with me that your food prices have not gone down yet. But here in Southern Nevada, I can go buy the basics for less than $50 for the first time in 3 years. Milk, bread, cereal, orange juice, apples, oranges, carrots, broccoli, and potatoes. Those are my basics. For 3 years, it was between $75 and $85 every time I just went to buy the store brand, generic brand stuff. For the first time, it cost me less than $50. It cost me $46.73 to be exact. I haven't been able to do that since January of 2020. But inflation is stubborn in a lot of areas that the Fed and Jerome Powell have said have not been hit by the interest rate hikes yet. Now, I don't think the Fed's going to raise the rate on January 30th, but I believe this entire year, all of 2024, even with all the political pressure in the world, the Fed ain't moving the interest rate down. Bottom line, I know that's not what you want to hear, but I want to hear interest rates are going down just as badly as anybody else, because then I can get back to business as usual. I can start making a profit selling RVs rather than taking stupid losses. Trust me, I've heard it. Oh, you're full of shit, man. You're making money hand over fist. No, I'm not. Last 3 months combined, the owner of my company, the owner of the dealerships that I represent, wrote a check personally for my dealership alone of $162,330 out of his own personal account to cover the expenses and the losses that we took to sell inventory. That's $54,000 a month loss at a dealership that has 6 employees. Imagine the big dogs right now. They have huge payrolls, huge leases, big building expenses. Imagine how much they're losing. We all want rates to go down. Every dealership across the United States and Canada wants interest rates to go down so we can get back to making money and making a profit. But I'm telling you, if I was a consumer, if I was a customer, I would want interest rates to go up. Because when interest rates go up, luxury loans are up in interest. Boats, RVs, luxury vehicles like, Porsche and high-end BMW, Mercedes, they go down in price. Now, while the car industry hasn't quite done anything about it on the extreme level yet, they will. If you don't think housing prices are going to have to come down, you're wrong. They're going to wait. Because they know if they lower rates, inflation's going to get really, really bad. This is the reason why the 1970s under Jimmy Carter, especially the Jimmy Carter years, this is why interest rates were so bloody high until it finally squeezed prices on everything down. You can't just let off the gasoline and slam on the brakes. You have to slowly bring it down once you have a firm grip on it. Interest rates will stay between 8 and 10% as the prime rate for probably the next 2 years. That means manufacturers have to come up with something to help the dealers make money. Because believe me, I'm going to tell you that every dealership across the United States and Canada that I've talked to, every owner has said if they don't have a plan by August, they'll just shut their doors. This is what the Fed needed to do. It needs to get rid of companies that are bad. It needs to also filter out all the garbage. That's what raising interest rates does. It gets rid of the people that are bad business people. And it makes bad business people either become really good business people or they go out of business. RV manufacturers will close their doors. You will be down to maybe 12 brands of travel trailers per division, meaning you may have a choice on each dealership lot of 3 brands. Aluminum sided, a fiberglass sided, and a high end. You will see dealerships go down to 1 mid-level fifth wheel and 1 luxury fifth wheel brand. 1 toy, maybe 2 toy hauler brands. The days of candy stores where you have hundreds of choices and brands is going bye-bye. A manufacturer that has 7 different brands of the same bullshit is going to probably be down to 1 or 2. Oh, build the same thing, just slap a different sticker on it and stick it across the street. Those days are going bye-bye. That's why I keep telling people over and over and over again. Buy now. If you bought in 2023, great job. If you're waiting for an election to get over, you're an idiot. If the President of the United States is going to determine whether you RV or not, wake up and smell the coffee. You're going to miss out on an opportunity. If you're waiting for a housing crash to buy your next home, Good luck. Keep on waiting. There's no supply and there's no demand, so there's nothing to do. Housing prices are going to stay the same. They're not crashing. Do I want them to crash? Of course I do, so I could take advantage of it. I don't care who the President of the United States is. I could care less if it's Donald Trump or freaking Joe Biden. I could care less. I don't care. They don't care about me either. They don't even know my name. They don't even know where I live. They don't even know I exist. So why do I care if they exist? Let's be real. I care about my community. I care about my neighbor. I care about the folks that work for me, and I worry about the people that work with me. I worry about my contemporaries. I worry about people I know and trust. I don't worry about some idiot politician or some moron reality TV star. I could care less. Neither of them will be around when I have grandchildren. That's a fact. So I need to focus on things that are important to my family. Figure out what the real reason why you don't want an RV or boat or hike and go and build a van, or why you don't want to rebuild that old classic car and take a road trip, or why you don't want to hang out at a beach in Tahiti. What's the real reason why you don't want to do that stuff? Because you're scared. Fear is what puts people in line. Fear is what puts people in a position where they have standards of, if I can't pay cash for it, I don't deserve to own it. Okay? So I only have one thing to say to people like that, and it's a very simple positive thing. It's not beating you up. It is, if the world economy collapses tomorrow, what is the piece of paper you have in your hand really worth? Nothing. What is the gold and silver bars you have in your safe worth? Nothing. What is Bitcoin worth? Nothing. Money is fake. Currency of any kind, gold, silver, platinum, it's not worth anything. It's a piece of metal. It has uses, electrical conductor, solar panels. It has its uses. I'm not saying it's unuseful. I'm saying it's not worth anything. There's no value to it. It's something we dug out of the earth. I want to look at. I watched Tucker Carlson talk to Randy Quaid. I know it's a little off subject, but I listened to Randy Quaid talk about solar flares, and that EMP from the solar flares is every 100 years or 100-year event or whatever. And even though I know that more than likely what Randy's saying will probably not happen in my lifetime or even my grandchildren's lifetime, which is a long time from now, it is something worth thinking about. If tomorrow a solar flare wiped out the entire world's electronic system and we started in the Stone Ages again, your gold and silver bars don't mean shit. What will mean something then? Rice, grain, corn, tomatoes, clothing, gasoline. And you know what, above all? Your talents, your ability to fix things, your ability to build things, your ability to make adjustments in your life. That's your real currency. Your real currency as a human being is your life and what you do with it. That's the real currency. Not this piece of paper with some picture of a man long dead on it that has a number that says it's worth something. Not some stamped bar that's graded by some moron agency that tells you that this gold bar is this many ounces of pure gold. It won't matter. If the entire infrastructure of electricity and the internet went dead, it wouldn't fucking matter. So why do you care who the President of the United States is? Now, I'm not saying don't go vote. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying not to care. I'm saying, why are you putting your life on hold for two old men that don't know what the hell they're doing anyway? One wants attention on social media every 15 minutes. If he's not being talked about, he's mad. And the other one can't remember what day of the week it is. So really, why do you care? Why are you letting these two men decide your fate? Really, why? Because our society said you should? Come on, man. I got in trouble for saying some of this stuff on TikTok. I was told I was bullying. Bullying people because I'm telling you to go live your life and then go enjoy yourself? Are you kidding me? That's bullying people to push them to enjoy their life? To tell them to get out of the freaking TV, get off the news channels, get off Fox News, get off CNN, get off MSNBC, stop giving Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Anderson Cooper, stop giving Jimmy Fallon and Whoopi Goldberg, stop giving them attention. Stop. Stop it. All you're doing is making them more powerful and their money more powerful. You're not living your life. You're wasting your life away watching some horse manure garbage that doesn't affect your life directly. What about the open borders? There's been open borders for 25 years. There was open borders with Trump. There was open borders with Obama. There was open borders with Bush and Clinton and Bush and Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter and Richard Nixon. And I can keep on going. The border's been open forever. There has been illegal crossings since there was a border. You want to do something about the border? You don't do it with the politicians. You do it with the community in a non-violent manner. You put a wall up with a big gate that says entrance over here. You need papers to get in. It doesn't matter if you're from Europe. It doesn't matter if you're from Australia. It doesn't matter if you're from Madagascar, South America, Switzerland. No papers, no entry. You have a community that builds the wall with a big, huge gate entrance in every state that borders Mexico, because we need immigrants. We need workers. We need people. We shouldn't just close ourselves off to the world completely, but we need to be able to have some kind of control. So I agree with that. But we need immigration because our country was founded on immigration. If we want to control it, we do it as communities in a non-violent, non-angry manner. We stop shipping these people to states that it's ridiculous to ship them to. You're just making the problem worse. You're not solving the problem. All you're doing, all these politicians are doing, is just pointing the goddamn finger at each other. So we have to do stuff about things. But we also have to live our life. We can't sit here every day and worried ourselves to death. We're turning into a communist country. Bullshit. We're not gonna ever be communist. Ever. We will always be a hybrid of a republic, capitalist, and socialist society. We are a hybrid of those three things. And we will always be a hybrid of those things. We've been a hybrid of those things since Nixon took us off the gold standard. Since we went to a central banking system, we are now a combination of capitalist, socialist, and a republic. We're not even a democracy. We are a republic. We have more in common with ancient Rome and ancient Greece than we do with Great Britain or Australia. So stop worrying. Fulfill your dreams. Our dreams change as we get older. Our wants and our needs and our thinking changes as we get older. Go fix up that old car and go take that road trip you always wanted to take. Go get on the airplane and lie on a beach under a palm tree with coconuts and bananas. Go open up that homeless shelter. Go out and help a veteran. Go live your life. Make your life matter. Make it matter to its fullest. Because if anybody knows anything about how short life really is, it's me. I watched the mother of my children's kid, 14-year-old son, who wasn't mine, he was hers, previous marriage, die at 14 years old from a brain aneurysm. Went to bed one night and didn't wake up the next. That's how precious life really is. And we don't know how precious it is until it's gone. Let material things go. Stop worrying about how you're going to afford to buy a new car. Work with what you got. When you work with what you got, you're a happier human being. Because you can gain and you can get traction. That's how the middle class became the middle class. We are losing the middle class because we don't understand money. And we don't understand how debt is beneficial to us. We listen to morons who want to keep us broke and keep us poor instead of keeping us in the middle class. We'd rather listen to get-rich-quick schemes than build something from the ground up. So get out there and be free. And never, ever let a politician control your life again. Don't an election year control your life, because you'll never get that year back. Until next time, be safe and enjoy your life.